busy at work. Hadn't done much, hadn't raced in a couple of weeks, but we're headed to the speed shop today. We're gonna race tonight at Columbus Speedway. Hadn't raced there in a long time. That used to be the only track in town back in the day when we were racing, and back then we were running IMCA open wheel modifieds, and I had to look back. Last time I raced at the Bullring was in 2002. Ran a lot of shows that year and hung around and finished well enough to win the points championship that year in the open wheels. So maybe I can remember how to get around it. It's a whole lot different in this late model sportsman, but we're gonna have fun and try to get better. Y'all hang on, I'll strap y'all on the car in a little bit, and when we get ready to get to the track, get ready to do some hot laps. Be right back. All right, we're loaded up. Good and hot today. I think it's the hottest day of the year. Driver's meeting ain't till 7:30. Sun ought to be going down a bit, gonna cool down a little bit. But headed to the Bullring. Jason and Brad right behind, right in front of me there. Can't zoom in with this GoPro good, but they up ahead. We'll be there, and be there in just a few minutes. We'll maybe get the camera mounted up, get a little while, do a little hot lap, and see what we can do. Hang on. So well, I don't know where I qualified. I started third row outside in the first heat. That was dead last. Pretty much finished dead last. Couldn't run one consistent lap. Y'all see on the, I don't know how well the video came out, but I don't know, this a whole lot different than the mag out there, and I certainly hadn't figured out the mag either, but we're having fun. We're gonna keep getting better. I don't know where we'll start the heat. There was a few wrecks, I think, in our other heat race. I don't know if any cars are out. We'll start, see where we line up here in a minute in the feature, and turn the camera back on, and let y'all ride along. y'all enjoyed that video. Turned out to be a pretty good night. We I think started there, you saw 5th row inside, so about 9th. Worked the way up past a couple of cars early. Got to, I guess, 5th pretty quick. Had a couple of slower cars we were able to work our way around. Car was driving real good, going where I wanted to go. Track kind of came to, the car was tight early, but Brad told me, no, the track's gonna get better. It's gonna free up a little bit, and he was right. Worked up to 5th place. Got there, you saw on one of the restarts there right before the mud hit the camera so bad. The car was quicker than the car ahead of me. He was pretty wide. He took up a lot of track going into, especially going into 1. A couple times he was so loose. He came, the back end came around so far I could see the nose of his car, so I just kind of lifted a little bit and tried to give myself enough room where if he looped it, I could get around it. But he held on, and hard to pass going down the straightaways at Columbus Speedway, pretty narrow coming off the corner, so you got to kind of do your passing through the middle if you can, or when there's nothing on the bottom, there's not much else you can do. But I had a good time, really enjoyed it. First time out after 17 years, felt like I did okay. Maybe carry a little confidence into the Magnolia next week. Something new, interesting on the video too. You'll see I figured out a way to get that speedometer on there. This GoPro camera I use, I've seen some other people doing that. I didn't know how they were doing it, but I figured it out. Pretty interesting to see the speeds. I think about halfway through the feature race, so it looked like it got out of sync. You'll notice that it shows the top speed somewhere about the flag stand or so, which obviously is not at the fastest points. I think it's a few seconds behind the previous straightaway or ahead. I don't know. The heat races seem to be okay. I don't know if that's a delay with the camera or with the GPS signal it's receiving, but anyway, I thought that's pretty cool. So we appreciate y'all watching, and we'll come back next week and we'll race again next week. Maybe we can do better. Y'all don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.